Welcome everyone. This is Will K-Mac Vintage. How are you today? Today is Wednesday, November 1st. Yeah, right after Thanksgiving. 1:30 p.m. here in Cayman, and I'm working on another SE30 board. I can show you. Let me go to my desk here. This is this is a SE30 board that I started a little while ago. I started it Sunday, and I did test it Sunday night. It wasn't working. Um, had some issues with it still. It wasn't even powering on. I wasn't getting any signal, anything on it at all. So um, Monday I worked some on it again. Monday I didn't have a full day because I had a lot of other things I needed to get done. So Jake, hi there, Martin, hi, how are y'all? So I worked on it again Tuesday some, even to Tuesday night, and what I decided to do Tuesday was to take one of my working boards that I had here, and I socketed this whole board, all of the PLCC sockets except for the glue. I do have sockets for the glue, but the thing is that when you go to a socket this big and you cut out this insert, what happens when you're soldering it is that these start bowing out and then it doesn't make very good contact. So it's very difficult for sockets this bigger. So I'll have to see what I can try. Maybe with the solder paste, I can try that and some heat and get it down, get it tacked down good enough that then I can cut out the center and then I can come with my soldering iron. But anyway, so reason why I wanted this board all socketed was so that I could take the chips off of this one, off of any donor board, and I can individually test them because I know this board is good. So if I take out a VIA chip and put in the other one in here and it doesn't work, then more than likely I know something's wrong with that chip. So this board now gives me just about everything on here is socketed. Just some of the SMD stuff is actually not. So it is great to have a socketed board. And I was able to take all the chips off of this one that were soldered on, take them off, put them into this one, and test each one individually, and they all worked. So except for the glue, the actual glue I didn't take off. So then I also socketed this board. This board is for our team, one of our team members, Joakim, that's in actually Sweden. So um, this board is going to him, and the intention was to try to socket this one also then and put them back. And I guess by removing them and putting them in socket and so forth, I must have fixed the problem. Okay, so what's making me think that during my soldering process, because remember some of these chips I did do with the solder paste, and I think that what's happening with the solder paste is that behind the leg of the PLCC chip, um, and under the chip, it's forming a bridge sometimes, and I can't see that. Even when I take the board off the desk and angled it and look down, I can't see that well. So I think something was shorted out that was causing the board not to start, because once I once I put everything back into sockets and I turned it on, I was getting a chime. But then right after that, I was getting the actually sad Mac chime also. And then, so I said, crap, well, what the hell could be wrong with it? So I went back and took out each chip and checked each solder point and everything to make sure that everything was soldered good. I got to the ADB and I come and find three legs that I did not solder good, um, that didn't even have solder on them. I must have skipped them. I guess after doing so many, your eyes get tired and you can miss things. So I ended up missing three actually legs. Once I soldered those, boom, the whole board worked. So now what I've done is I have sent this through the ultrasonic cleaner. Um, it sat outside in the nice hot Caribbean sun for a bit, and now I want to go and test it and make sure that my cleaning did not break anything. This long cable here is for floppy. I made my own long floppy cable so I can leave the floppy drive in the case and just connect here, but I don't need it for right now. Um, the only thing I think might, well, um, yeah, so this is some other RAM. This is not my actually Blink RAM. My Blink RAM is here. This is some RAM that actually Joaquin sent me on this board. This is the next one to do. So I took the RAM off of this one. This is a ROM that he sent me also, and I had this ROM separated because I think it's bad. So, but let's see. Ah, we got a chime. Yeah, you see, this ROM is giving me trouble. I'm getting the Japanese, whatever they call it. I can never say that word right. A samisamak or whatever they call it. I know the spelling and that, but I can never say that word right. So a lot of people think that ROM doesn't cause that problem. Well, now it came. So that issue went away. I think maybe what it is with this ROM is that it doesn't sit good in the socket. Yeah, it's booting. Oh, so this ROM is good. Anyway, a lot of times when you get that as you Siamese Mac or whatever, C Mac, whatever it is, whatever it's called, that see me Mac, I'm gonna call it see me Mac thing. See Mac, too much. You see, this ROM is not loading good because it just cracked. Oh, well, no, this is not a modded ROM. But anyway, this ROM something is not good with it. That's why I had it separated. Um, so if I put in another one, see, I come up right away without any problem. And I know y'all can't see it, but let me see if I can get you my infamous hand cam here. Uh, my infamous hand cam. Yeah, there we go. CMAC, that's what I'm gonna call it. A lot of times I found out that problem when you get that, check your ROM first, especially if it's seated in good, because a lot of times that can be your problem. So Joachim's blue board is a-okay. So I'm very happy with this board. Let me fix some cables here. Uh, People doing this work, and we got so many cables and things, and at my workbench here is pathetic. Uh, all right, I'm just trying to put this camera back. Okay. Joachim, I need the adapter. I need the adapter so that I can capture this instead of using the camera. Come on now. Well, not a Joachim, Jake. Anyway, so we are good with this one. I don't have keyboard and mouse connected, so I just gotta turn it off. Um, so I'm gonna move. I've already done a tech step test on this board. I have done a Apple Cat, and I've done a Snooper, and everything works. So I'm good and happy with this board. Where's my controller here? I'm good and happy with it, and it's been cleaned now. Sockets are okay. Everything is on it. clock chip crystals, battery, all new SIMs, sockets for the RAM and the ROM, um, the video ROM. All the main PLCCs are all socketed. Even the born resistor packs are socketed. This choker is socketed. This one is not. Sony sound chips are socketed. The Apple sound chip is socketed. Your pals or gals. Now these are still the original pals, so these are good, and the video RAM. So everything is there. On the back, I put in brand new DB19, DB25, and also these two serial are new. Um, New actually audio jack. Uh, this is a new keyboard ADB. That's an old one that I took from the old board. The other old ones are here. I did salvage them. I try to salvage as much as I can from an old board. This is the old DB25, and the DB19 is here. So I'll use these on the next board. I've got two actually processor chips here. But anyway, so this board is done. Also, what's new is the actually PDS slot. All that is new. What else did I put new on this? I did change all of these. I did change all the chips for the SE video, all the latches and everything. So the four 253s are new. This with 166 and the 393. Resistor pack here of 1K and this one of 1K are also new. This LS30 is also new. All new tantalum caps. I didn't have any 258, so I used the all same ones because at first I thought maybe something was wrong with them, but I took these off and I tested them and they're good, so I put them back. And it has a new actually resistor pack here. This is a 22 ohm and the new F240. All this control actually access. All this here and this and these two here control access to the memory. Communication with the memory. So this board is done, guys. This is one that I'm very glad is completed. It's my, oh God, this is at least my 18th or 19th actually reloaded board. Each one I'm getting better at and learning more and more. But it's the first one that I've done that is blue because some people wanted some that are blue instead of the normal purple that I normally do. But my next one is going to be a purple one because Joaquim is he wants a blue and a purple. So I'm going to put this away with his other board that's already done. And now we have this board. This is another. Sorry, I just had lunch and burping up a little bit. Sorry. It's another one for him, Joaquim also. So this one was bombed over here, and quite a few actually damage traces in that. So I'm not really gonna attempt to. This one is bad. I'm gonna mark this ROM as bad, or I may try to fix it later. But for now, not the best envelope to put it in. It's not big enough. Let me see if I can find a bigger one. My only baggies that I'm pulling out are these small little ones. Okay, we'll put it in this. ROM SE30 bad question mark. All right, let me put that with his other boards. Okay, so when I have, I need to get a board. Why does this amount look so low? Okay, those are the classics. Did I use all those already? Okay, so that's the old board. Here's a new one that I'm gonna use. Nice purple. Does he want this color? So what do I move and transfer first and all that? Again, because I do know how most of this goes, it's a fairly straight process. Um, I can come in here with my hot air and pop off a lot of these things. So that's where we're gonna start. So I'm not too worried about the heat damaging this board because it's a junk board. All I start doing is just popping off chips. It's got nice tantalum caps on it, but I'm not gonna reuse them because they're the larger package. They're the Type D, and Type D is a little bit too big. I like to use a Type C, or is it the other way around? C, yeah. See that one being stubborn to come off because it was right where the battery was. It should have popped off by now. I'll come back to that one and see how fast they pop off if the soldering is still okay. See, look at that. Usually, if we're taking them off of a board, I don't need to use flux, but this board, I'm not gonna socket it right now. This temp, this is at actually 500. There, it came off. Okay. Now these gold colored or these mustard colored ones, I try to stay away a little bit because the heat will toast them. It's the same thing with the caps. The caps are the same color. If you're too close to the heat, it will toast them. Okay, those three. These three and the one I'm doing right now are all actually 22 ohms, so they're all the same. So I put those three together, all those four now. Now I take off this F240. Okay, let's get this LS30. This is the 1K. I've had a lot of boards that I've done that give me a lot of trouble after I reload them, and the problem ends up sitting on this 1K chip here, on this 1K resistor pack, because it has quite a bit of functionality that it controls, and then if the resistor value is too low on some of the legs, it's not gonna work correctly. All right, now this is a PLCC. This is a dip. This is the RTC chip, but a lot of times I can take it out too, like this, with the heat, without having to go and unsolder it with wick and flux. I'm not worried about the crystal because I'll put in a new one. This chip may give me trouble. If the board is battery bombed, usually the acid gets to these legs and the solder, then it becomes like super glue in there and almost impossible to take out. I need to turn the board. I'm gonna try to get you in focus here. Well, in zoom, you can see what I'm doing. Yeah, it's just starting to come. Let me check, and maybe that leg is bent. No, sorry, you can't see what I'm doing. It's there. It's right here. What's happened is that the solder's become. Those are out already. Most of these are out already. It's just that one leg there. I can't lose them. I need them. Okay. All right. Let's keep on going here. Let's get the process. Let's get the FPU off. So this one, I'm not gonna socket. I'll solder the chips directly to the. I'll solder the PLCs with normal solder and soldering iron to the PCB, well, to the logic board. These other ones, I may use solder paste on them. Okay, get this one off of here. Where did I put that controller? All right. Let's keep on going. ADB. So this is boring right now. This is just taking off chips, but it's part of the process. These are the two VIA chips. Be surprised how important these two VIAs are, especially VIA one. VIA one has a lot of the RTC stuff in it, and if VIA one is not working good, your actually real time clock and your board starting up is not going to happen. And VIA two controls a lot of almost everything else of um, enabling all the other chips as they're needed. Okay, next one is the swim. Okay, then the next one here, this one is the SCSI, and that is a serial. I try not to yank these off or brace them off because when you do that, it leaves a lot of junk on the legs. I like it more like with that SCSI you saw. I could just come and pick it right up, and that was it. See, just like that. These two little ones here you can't see, but I'll turn the board. These two are for your serial communications, for your serial port and your printer port. And this is your Apple Sound chip. This one is very important chip. Okay. All right. Now come some of the other ones. These two little ones back here. These are 75 LS 175s. These are also Freshie serial. All right. This little one over here is a power inverter um, to give you negative 12 for the sound. All right. Now these here are all for your video. So these are your 258s. Well, sorry, 253s. 258s are but for the memory. Usually this cap here leaks and affects these three, but in this case I see some more leakage a bit further. and I can smell it. When you put heat on this thing, you can smell that rotten fish taste. Well, rotten fish smell, not taste. I'm not tasting it. Sorry. So now, when you see, I am separating these on my desk, so I know where they are. But again, I know by heart now what chips go where. Okay, so I have all of those chips off. Now I'm still gonna continue and taking off some more chips, but I need to turn the board. So that means I need to push some of this away to make some room. Really doesn't matter if I mix up the chips because I know them. So let's do this. Okay. So now I'm gonna heat up these dip ones and then just pull them up. These two, like I said, are the two Sony chips. Hot. Don't pick it up with your hands. So yeah, better said. Don't pick it up with your fingers. Okay. These two are the video RAM. Saving any of this plastic because it's the plastic SIM sockets. I don't like them. Most of them have broken clips already. Ooh, that was hot. I can tell I'm going to have issues with that LS166 for the video system. Why? It's look at here. Look what was under it. But I actually have those new, so I can replace them. Sorry, I didn't have you in view there. I can smell plastic melting. The board just bubbled up, but that's fine. The board bubbled up right here, meaning that the layers actually separated because of the heat. Then again, this is a lot of heat I'm putting on this board. I would never do this to a board that is just being fixed, but because this board is junk. Oh yeah, I can see the layers separating. Last one up here. Before I used to go and take all these out with my solder sucker or with wick and flux and that, but you don't need to. That just takes a hell of a lot of time, a lot of material. Okay, let me move these off. All right, what else do I need to take off? I've got these resistor packs back here. And the problem with these is that they will toast. Okay, that's one. These resistor packs you can't buy no more. They don't make the exact same ones, but there is a alternative option. Someone has designed a board that you can buy and have pre-populated from like JLC PCB, and then you just add the legs and you make your own chip. I actually have them, but I was able to buy a bunch of these before they stopped selling them or before they went out of stock, and they're not making no more. Okay, that one out too. All right, now I'll turn the board and let's see if I can get some of these other things out. There's a choker over here, which are, I mean, okay. See these right here? These eight, that's a choker. But the good thing is that if I can heat this up and get it liquefied, it'll just drop out. The chokers you can also buy still. I think it fell. Yep, it fell out already. There it is. There's another choker over here on this side, right here. So I'm gonna do the same thing. CPU I don't need to take out right now because I have two other CPUs over there, but eventually I will take it out. Now, Joe would come and ask me that. Maybe I'm using the wrong word. I'll have to look it up. This guy, Joe, what do you call it? I mean, when I buy the part from Mauser and it comes in the baggie, that's what it says on it. Well, choke, yeah, but then what is it plural? Or yeah, choke or chook or whatever you want to call it. It looks so. Anyway, where did I put that other one? Anyway, all right. So I got just about everything that I'm gonna get off of this board. Chokes. So I got everything I can off of this board for now. So we're gonna put that aside, and we are gonna start putting things on the new one. Let me get my soldering iron here turned on. Joe, I hope everything is okay with your issue that's going on. I hope all the best. Um, so let's go put some things on. Okay, so we're gonna start here with this F240, and um, just so you see what it's like, I'm gonna do this one with solder paste. I don't know if I'm gonna do them all with it. I don't mind how it works. It goes kind of quick with the solder. Oh shoot! I just dropped a chip on the floor. There you are. Mm. You see, I mean, it does. Sometimes they will give me a bridge, but I can come and take care of that. The solder paste is better for the SMD stuff, for the single, not multi-leg, but it works. But I still like sometimes soldering it more and just dragging it. The old school soldering method. Okay. Done. That first one. Okay, board is done. Nah. All right. It's either that way or like this with the flux. So if we go do this resistor pack here, this is a 22 ohm resistor pack. Twenty-two, 22. I put these on top of each other and now they are stuck together. Give me 1 second here. Okay. Nothing like a little heat. 22 and 22. My temperature dropped. I hit the button. Okay. Now a little bit of flux cleaner. All right, Joe left a comment. What did you? Oh, yeah. Okay, so we have the F240 is on. I don't know why that focus looks so bad to me. Maybe it's because of my glasses. Are not meant for seeing far, and I'm looking quite a bit of distance away. All right, so now that the board dropped, I had those chips on the board and they dropped. So I found two of them. Where's chip number 3 now? I gotta find a chip on the floor, guys. I'm sorry here. And who knows where that went. But anyway, luckily it's not carpeting. I'll find it eventually, but for now I'll just use another one. I have more. Okay, so we're gonna go and work on these three resistor packs that go here, here, and here. Wonder where that one went. Okay. Alright, I gotta dig out. I gotta pull out another resistor pack. Unless I find that one quick. Could that be you? No. Alright, so give me 1 second. I gotta look in my tub here of things if you wanna see what I mean by a tub full of things. In here are all of my SE30 parts. .22 ohms. Yeah, 22 ohm resistor packs. Although this one will be black, but it's alright. I guess maybe when I sweep in a few days or so this floor, I'll find the one that fell. So this tub is my SE30 parts. So I put some solder on my tip. This one wasn't centered the best, but all right, now on to the 258s. There's 6 of them. Make sure this is a 258, yes. These, unfortunately, I don't have any spare right now. So I have to use the old ones. I need some more temp on this one. This one, the legs are a bit dirty, so I need to heat this one up a bit because as I do this, I'm also cleaning off the legs. Okay. I wish I had these new because I would have put on new ones. I don't like how these look. But I just ordered some, so it's going to take about 2 weeks for them to get to me here in Cayman. I ordered like 40 of them. All right, let's do a little bit of cleaning here and see how this came out. Oh, I jumped the gun. I forgot to solder that other one. The other two. I thought I was finished. But they come out okay. And the ultrasonic cleaner will clean off more. Okay, so overall there, see, it looks good. That one looks fine too. Okay, so those three are on. I still got three more of those to do, but before I get to, you see, jeez. Now I put my foot underneath the bench and I find that one resistor pack that fell. But I'm not gonna change it now. Mark, hey, how are you? Good to see you on. So What I'm going to tackle now is this FPU. But the one thing I don't like about the FPU on this board, okay, let me take another chip and I'll show you why I'm thinking I'm going to socket this. All right. You see the size of the pads here, how long, and when if like I go and put a chip on, I know it's the wrong orientation. Okay, this side doesn't go here, but you see how much more of the pad sticks out. Okay, but when we go to the FPU, okay, you see how short those pads are. Okay, they're not as long, and when you put the chip on, you see you barely have any sticking out. You see, I don't know if you can see that, but there's nothing hanging out. So I'm thinking I'm gonna socket this one, although I don't like to use the sockets too much. But you know what? Let's go do it direct anyway. But before that, I need to clean this chip because this. And if you're wondering why I'm doing the PLC now instead of continuing, it's because of access. Okay, so let's go put that on. But I'm gonna reposition my. Okay, and the notch side is up here in this corner. So we go there. Okay. Uh, so Mark, when you're gonna start putting out some videos, huh? You need to get your stuff set up so you can put out some more. All right. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna look the best I can. And I need to heat up some of this flux so that it clears up so I can see better. Okay, and this is what I don't like about this, the FPU chip. It's the only one that's like that on this board. All the other ones have very good pads. Um, I'm looking at this leg here with the pad down there and this one with that pad to make sure that they're centered good. And then I'll just tack this one, but I gotta get way in there. I'll wait a second to make sure. You see, so now that is secure. I can't move it. I'm going to twist the board. I'm going to go to the opposite corner. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to heat some of this so I can see through it. Now I can see. And I'm looking at this one, but I keep on looking at some other ones too and more down here. They all look good, so I'll go ahead and tack that one now. So now that is secure, you see? It's not moving. Now I can come down here on this end. And for each one of these, I really got to push it down in there. This is the one thing that I found that the only issue on this board. But yeah, what I was saying earlier, why I'm doing the FPU now instead of continuing on those other SMD chips is because of access. Okay. Um, Much easier for me to do a PLC now instead of put a chip here and a chip here and then try to get in there, because this is going to be a socket. This is not. You see, so it's much easier. It's all about when I'm having access or clear access without having to melt anything else that might be in the way or cause damage. Now, on the blue board, I did a lot of these PLCCs using paste, and um, in some cases, paste work well. In some cases, like PLCCs like this, I'm beginning to think no, because I must have had a bridge underneath the chip or behind some legs that I couldn't see. And on that blue board that I just finished fixing, I spent 2 days trying to find a problem, and it turned out that that's what the problem was. Something was bridged under the chip and behind some legs that I couldn't see. And the paste does that, and um, solder like this doesn't. If it bridges, it's at least you can see it because it's in the front. All right, now we go to the last side. Some more people joined. Sorry, I can't read the comments right now. I'll get there in a second. I see a bunch more comments. Okay, so we've done all four sides. We're going to inspect it, but let me catch up on comments here. Uh, Baby steps, buddy. Baby steps. Yeah, well, come on. You need your you need to get thrown out there. Come on, Mark. You need to get out there. Hey, Bacchus. Bacchus. It's you get better with time. I mean, just do it. Frank S. Hello. Okay, that's it for the comments. All right. So now, how do I inspect this? Well, first I'm going to use my flux cleaner. I'm going to clean all around it. Get that flux off of there. All right, then I'm gonna hang my scope off the edge of the desk. See, that's my desk right there. So now, and then I do this. Okay, and I don't know how your focus is, but yeah, it should be pretty good. But I see one spot right here I want to try to fix. All right, so this side, all the legs are connected good, and there's no bridges. We go to this side here. Here also, all the legs are connected. And the other thing by why I say do the PLCs now before things get in the way is it allows you to do this. It allows you to see your work without any interference. There's one here I don't like. This one here looks. No, it is attached. Okay. You see, so at least I can see all the legs. Good. Okay. That started on good, and I don't have any bridges. Okay. That passed with everyone's approval. Okay, Joe, elaborate what you mean by pinsy. Pins. Well, Mark, if you get set up, maybe you join in the stream on actually Sunday just to say hi and get your feet wet a little bit. You have some great idea with things you want to work on, and you do, and the work you've done it. Oh, that it has pins. Yes. Okay, it's all connect. It's all. I'm happy with how that one went on. That PLCC went on good. All right, so let's do these other three 258s that are here. Turn on Windows backup. Nah, it can stay off. Okay, one, two, three. Two 58. Okay. I'm gonna put some more flux down on this. The chips are a bit dirty, the legs, so this also cleans it at the same time. Oh, need some more flux for sure. Oh, that actually blue board, boy, that was a challenge. A day and a half on trying to find out why it would not start up. And I'm very glad now I have a board that's all socketed for me to use as a test bed. I can test the chips in there. But I found sometimes even that's why I stopped using sockets for customer boards because a lot of times the chips are so corroded or the legs have been damaged or that and they're bent or then you put them in a socket and they don't make good contact and you put it in a socket, the board doesn't work. You take away the socket and solder it directly to the board and the thing works. I mean, so I guess with the age of the chips and how they are, sometimes they don't all get in there good. Okay, so you see, so now we have those. Oh, I have a bridge there. Let's get rid of that bridge. Bridge gone. Okay, pretty. Okay, so now we have RP8, RP9 that we can put down the LS. No, I don't want to do the LS30 yet. So we can at least put down those two as your resistor pack. Now RP8 is a 220. No, is the 1K. Hold on, let me look. Mark, no, we haven't talked about that, but I'm not sure what you. Um, I can't remember what that was about. Okay, RP8 is 1K, RP9 is the 200. All right, RP8. Okay, these are the two 1Ks. So this one should be the 200. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna put those two on. I'm not gonna put on the other one yet. Why? Because I want to do that glue chip before I do the other chips actually around it. That way my view to inspect it is not blocked. All right, resistor packs like this. You see that dot on it? That dot is where the knot should be. So here too, I'm gonna have to scrub these legs a little bit. I'll come back to that. Let me just anchor the chips down. Boy, back is when you could see that bridge before I even saw it. Your eyes are good. I bought some when two actually trips ago when I was up in the States. I talked to my eye doctor, told him I do a lot of work under the microscope, and with my progressive lenses on my other glasses, it was giving me it was difficult. It was hard, depending where I look through the lens, depending how I see things. So he gave me a pair that I'm wearing now that is just for things up close, 3 feet or less. So even when I'm looking at my monitor, sitting here and I'm looking at my monitor, the things on the monitor look out of focus. It's just because these glasses won't let me see that far. They're specifically made just for this scope work. Okay, those two are down. Off of the other board, I didn't. Oh, yeah, I already took that glue off because I was using it as a test. It's right here on my bench. So I do have the glue chip already off. All right, let's see. Good, 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 good. Now, this will clean a lot better when I send it through the ultrasonic. I mean, right now it does not look that nice and clean and shiny, but at the end it will. All right, let's go do a glue chip. A glue with a glue chip. Yeah, these are glasses you see right now. I moved a lot closer to the monitor and everything. Everything is in focus and nicely there for me. So yeah, it really and I bought these as more heavy duty, like the plastic frame that doesn't really break or anything. My other everyday use um, for driving and so forth is more of a wire frame. These are more grandpa glasses. Okay, let's look at the glue chip. Let's see if it's nice and clean. Mm, some of those I want to try to clean up. I might as well just do the whole thing just to be safe. Okay. This cleaning is to get rid of any peaks or any points or pads that might be bad, like you see there. And the other thing is that it gives it a fresh coat on the bottom side, so it will end up sticking better. Okay, we are good. I want to make sure there are no deliberate bridges anywhere. Okay. All right, so you put down flux. On the glue, the pads are a bit big, are a bit better. But the same thing, notch to notch. The notch is down here in this corner, so I bring the chip like that. So you see how much better I can see the pads compared to the FPU. You see how much more sticking out. And that's the one thing I don't like about the FPU on this board. But anyway, it is what it is. You see it there. You have a lot more real estate to work with. So again, I'm gonna heat up the flux a little bit so I can see it better. I can see through it. You see, and I'm gonna center it and center that, and I'm gonna look a bit beyond. They all look good, so I just tap it. Now, if you when I tap it, I see it form like a little pyramid that that goes up to the chip leg. When that's there, I know it's good. It might be hard to see on the scope and on the video. You see how much more space there is to see compared to the other chip? Look at that. So I have a lot more that I can work with. You see, now I have my little pyramid there. See the pyramid? and it is secure. So now I can come down here and I can start dragging. And each one has to form that pyramid for me. And if I don't see that little pyramid, I go back to it. Like you see, these two here, I don't see the pyramid. They're flat. More than likely it is soldered, but I still like to have that pyramid. Or that's or that um, slope. Let's just call it like a slope from the beginning of the pad that goes up to the chip leg. Okay, see, look at that. That side done. I don't know if that's how others do it, but this is the technique I have formed for myself that seems to work. Okay. And we keep on going. Let me make sure I'm in view and bring this down a bit more. This is the third side. Okay. I think we should be good there with that glue. And give it a clean, and we'll inspect it. All right, let me come and look at comments if there's any. Okay, no new comments. 4 people watching, some left. That's okay. All right, let's go and inspect this chip. I mean, is y'all's focus there okay? Or hold on, let me try to. All right, so you can see they all look. This side looks all good. This side looks good. Looks good. A lot of solder on them, but it's solid. It's not going nowhere. All good. Perfect. All right, now we're gonna do that other little. There's another little PLCC chip that goes right here. This is a PAL chip for the. Believe it's surprisingly it's not for the video. It's really for the memory addressing. So we're gonna put that one on there. Let me find it here. I think it's this one. There are 3 chips that are the same size. You've got the 2 serial chips, and then you got the PAL, and this is the PAL right here. See how dirty how bad those legs look? You can because it's not focused for you. There. Because it's on the board and it's higher up, I needed to focus it. So really what I want to do is get rid of those nasty pads that are there. Okay. This is a very easy one to do. It's only got 4 legs each side. 4, 8, 12, 16. So this is a real easy one to do. All right, the notch is over here. See, so this one's a bit difficult too. There's not much real estate, but I can still see it pretty well. I could socket this one because these small little sockets like actually this are pretty indestructible. Because really you don't get that bending problem. Okay. I forgot I'm doing the same side that I secured earlier. Why that happens because I tacked that far side, I tacked this one, and then I was doing this side, and I loosened this side, and it was all still melted, so it all came loose. Okay. Now I'm going to turn it and do the other side here. Okay, I got my little pyramids down there. I don't see any more of the gold color, so the solder all covered it. And this is another one of those chips that you don't see too much of the pad. Alright, so this is a small one, so without even cleaning it, we can come and look at it, and you can see that it looks good. Okay. Alright, so which one are we gonna... Okay, well, we got that other... We got that LS30 and that resistor pack to put on. And then we finish in this corner here. So that's the resistor pack, and this should be the LS30. I'm not looking at the comments, guys, so just I'll be there in a bit if there's anything for me to address. Okay, I need to turn this around. What I'm looking for is that line on top. You see there's a little line there? That should correspond to the notch. I didn't put enough solder down. Okay, I'll come scrape that in a minute. I need to clean it good. Now you see why I went ahead and did those PLCs. You see the distance. All right, I need to turn this. I'm turning it for numerous reasons. I can scrub it better this way. Wondering why I was smelling that weird melting plastic smell. Okay. All right, so we're done with most of that corner. Let me give this a little cleaning here. Use a toothbrush this time. I got more to clean. All right, let me come look at any comments. Any comments? Love solder paste. Yeah, I do have it. The camera on this one, I think it's a 1080. So yeah, the board still has a lot of cleaning that needs to get done, but um, all that will come off in the ultrasonic, and when I scrub it better with the flux remover and with the alcohol and the ultrasonic cleaner, we'll get all that off. All right, now where am I going? Let's go. I know those chips are gonna look bad. Let's keep on with the PLCCs. We'll go way down here and do the ADB. Add this one here, ADB. Where are you? Your disk chip. Let's see how you look. Yeah, I need to clean that. A lot of from when it came off the board, left a lot of. So now, if it's this solder residue that you're talking about, yes, that's why I have to clean these, or else those pads being bad and these points and that can give me a bridge. Okay, so ADB, we have the notches down over here. Again, I'm just holding it with my fingers. I'm gonna look at the pads with the legs, and I just tack one. Other side. Do the Same thing. Now that's secure. Not gonna move on me anymore. As long as I don't melt one of those legs that I just did. Now I'll come here and I'll just drag that real quick. I'm done with that side. That side done. So yeah, as long as I get my pyramid, once I see that I'm not getting it, I need more solder. See, but you can see how much of the pad you can see, so it really makes it real nice and easy. Okay, that's more than likely all good. Good. The nice thing about dropping this on over the edge of the table is that you see I can move it up and down, and I can control the focus instead of having to move the scope. Good. ADB is good. Now we move on to the two vias. Via 1, which is right. No, that's the swim over here. Via 1 right there. Via 1 and 2. These are your 338S6523. The only chip that you have two of them, other than the serial, the small little serial. But you have two of these that are identical. See how it needs the cleaning. Okay. All right, this one, the notch, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's right here. No, it's on this corner over here. Okay, so let's bring this corner into the view. Same thing. Clear it a little bit so I can see it, because I can't see through the cloudiness of the flux. Okay, it looks good. We secure it. I should use gloves because my fingers get very sticky with this, but then the gloves do make my hands sweat even more. Nothing like Justin in a bodysuit yesterday, but hey. Yeah, Martin, you were talking about the solder paste. Yeah, I love it too. I like it, but on a PLCC like as you this, I can't see under it and behind the legs as good as I could. So for PLCCs like this, I won't use it. I'll rather, because on that one board that I was doing Sunday that I used it on, I mean, every one of those chips I had to take back off and redo. Well, I did them as I did that board as a socket board. Okay, I think I did this side already. Did I? Yeah. Okay. The next video. Let's see how that one looks. Yeah, it needs a little bit of cleaning too. Oh, okay. All right, put it secure to the board. Here we go. Corners down here. Flux is melting already because the board is a bit warm. Keep on going, keep on going, keep on going. Hey, Mark, if you're still watching, I mean, this is one of the things about when you're doing this type of work and you record the whole thing. Um, it's kind of hard to actually script this. You see, so this is where that time. I mean, all of my videos are just either live or they're recorded, but it's all as the work happens, the way it happens. I want you to see how much time it takes, how much work it is, what the mess is. um, so, see, those legs are soldered on. They're solid. That's why I look for that pyramid or that slope to form, and you can see the slope on the leg. Now you see it, and that forms very tight, very hard. This is not a bridge, but I just want to clean it. See, just this one doesn't have as big of a slope, you see, so it's a bit smaller, but it is secure. It is secure. See, all those are secure. All right, next chip, swim. Uh, I think the swim is the 63. 53C80, that's the SCSI. 61A. This, yeah, 61A is the SCSI. I mean, is the swim. 63 is the sound. Yeah, 61A is the SCSI. So that's this one. I mean, sorry, is the actually swim chip, which is the next one we're doing, which is this one. Let's see how it looks. This one came out pretty clean. This one I'm just gonna put right on. The little bit that's there, when I heat them up, when I drag across it, it will clean it. It will flow again. All right, swim has the notch up here. So this chip goes on like this. No, 1 second. I gotta. Oh, you can't see too much there. All right, let's put this one down. Sorry, I haven't looked at the chat in a bit. I don't know if there's anything new in there. Let me finish this one, then I'll go take a look. So if you want to say anything, put it in there now. So I just read a message that my team member, Joachim in Sweden, his wife just got promoted. So congrats. She is now, what did she get promoted to? I didn't read it, so I didn't remember. She is now associate professor. She got promoted from actually assistant professor. So congrats, well done. Okay, now why are you gonna see me? I just tacked that one, but I'm gonna tack this leg also. If I can get some solder on it. Okay, it's because I'm gonna drag on this side. So for me not to loosen it and shift it again, I secured a leg on the other side there. That's not gonna get heat right now. So I can do all that. As this board is for him, and anyway, for Joachim in Sweden. He sent me three. He sent me three SE30 boards that were bombed or not working or in bad shape. Two are done now. This is the third one. Then I got about another 20 boards I need to do before December 7th. December 7th, I go to the States again, and I want to take them all and send them all back to their people so I can get paid right before Christmas. Okay, swim is on. Next one, SCSI. SCSI is normally is the 53C80. Okay. Okay, that's SCSI. This is serial. So we're almost done with these big PLCs. Oh yeah, this one needs a cleaning for sure. All right, like I said, let me look at the chat. I saw Will use it last week. It's like magic. Yes, the actually solder paste is nice. It's nice on certain things like that. On these PLCs, like I said, I'm starting not to like it too much. But on things that you can see all the way around, like those, like these SMD chips that I'm putting on, or just small little SMD resistors and capacitors and things like that that you can see easily. It's a great job. So yeah, so that's where I may use it again on some of these other chips, so that you can see. Let me finish these PLCs. It's not too many left. Um, three, four, five PLCs, and they go quick. Because once we get those five done, I mean, we're pretty far away, pretty far along. So I mean, I don't think I'll get this board done in this stream, no, but I'll have it long a good ways. All right, this one, the notch is down in the right corner over here. I think that focus good for you, right? It should be. Yeah, that's a good, very good focus. Okay. Okay. All right. After this comes the serial chip. Oh, you know what? Did we check that swim? It's all right. I'll come back and check them. Let's just solder them, and then we'll check them all at one time. So we'll have to remember that the last six I did, we'll have to check. I gotten pretty good at knowing if I missed something or not. So it's very rare that I think I'll have to touch one up. The only way is if the legs are in real bad shape. Next one here. Yeah, I want to clean this one too. Just using a lot of flux. Oh, okay. Serial, the notch is up in the upper left hand corner. See notches up there in that corner. Okay. So I have some more of the RGB to HDMI boards on the way to me. But they're actually here on island and they're in the customs getting cleared. So I got the main boards and I have the adapter boards because I need them. They're more for Scott in Dallas. Send one to Jake, send one to Joaquin. Amazing device. Okay, so three sides done. The fourth side now. Okay. I can just see. I mean, I don't have bridges. Okay. The last big PLCC is this one. This is the Apple Sound chip, which is this sucker. And this one here definitely needs a cleaning too. Now, if anyone wants to join, I did post it in our Discord that everyone is on, so you're welcome to come in, keep me company, have conversation with everyone else. Okay. All right, this one, the notch is in the upper right-hand corner. Is it? Yeah. Yeah, it's in the upper right-hand corner. All right, this is the last big PLCC. Then we got the two small ones for the serial communication ports. Okay. All right, now let's go drag these four sides. Then that completes these chips of this size. I got a lot of solder on my tip. I did have a bridge over there, but it's gone now. Yeah, no bridge. Okay. Okay. Last side. I got solder on that pad. That's okay. Okay. There we go. So let's go take a look at all these PLCCs. All these bigger ones. I'm pretty confident Oh, yeah, speaking too soon. See, I can see one there. Well, it is secure, but it doesn't have that peak. Okay, it has it now, but it's hard to see, but it's secure. Okay. Y'all see that? Y'all see how that one is loose? Look at that. That's right. We check. I need some flux. See, those legs are a bit dirty because what happened here is that we have a capacitor that's right here that leaks, and then this is the reset pin, pin 40, and that cap juice affects this chip and these legs. You can see the corrosion on it. It's not a nice silver, so it has sometimes hard time sticking. Okay, but it's good. It's secure. And this last side, we're good. This is not a bridge. This is just some junk there. All right, now let's check this one here, and that one, and this one. Okay, check the swim here. Yeah, this one should be the swim. SCSI serial. Good. Serial. SCSI. Swim. All right, this is the last side. Swim. Now, this chip, the SCSI gets bombed real bad because you got three caps that are right here, right above it, and you can see on the legs the corrosion that happens. But they're all secure. Okay, all those are good. Let me go see if there's any comments. And a new something for them. So, oh, I'll probably have this. I may have this board done later tonight. I mean, really, the rest of the stuff is just a lot of soldering. Just, it's not too bad. All right, so I have these two serial chips I need to do. Serial port chips. And you know what? I'm gonna do these as a socket for you to see. Oh no, I don't have. I only have one of these sockets left. I don't have two. Okay. Um, yeah, because I used them on those other boards that I just finished. Let's see how this chip looks. Just got a little jump there. Oh, this one has some corrosion there. Okay, so we're gonna put these down. The notch is the bottom left corner down here. These are the last two PLCCs. The rest are all just either surface mount or actually through hole. Just about all the through hole stuff is going to have sockets. Again, now these, I don't know why these have pads that are so small. I mean, need to have Joakim ask Bull, make them bigger, please. It makes the soldering a hell of a lot easier. These small little suckers with just four legs on one side takes more time. Because apparently you got to push the solder in under it. Okay, this one I want to check because that other one is so close to it. Good. Good. A little bit at an angle, but it's okay. It's still on. Good. And good. All good. No bridges. All right, let's go put on this other one. Okay. It's hard to do with my fingers because it's so small. All right, those four sides. We'll check it. But at least now you know what to look for too when you see one that is not soldered. You know what it looks like, and because of what we saw on that Apple Sound chip. See, these legs are very corroded, because of the caps that sit right here too. The Apple Sound chip and these two serial can sit in a battlefield. You can see the caps here. You see four caps. I don't know why Apple does that. Their Apple sound chip on any board is always in a battlefield of caps. I guess you need them for the audio. Okay, last side. Blind soldering there, boy. You can't see the pads. All right. I can tell you one thing. Those aren't going nowhere. All right. I'm going to give this a cleaning. Now, you can't really see too much. Okay. Uh, all right. So we have all the PLCCs on. Yeah, we can do those three next. They're the ones back here. Okay, so what we're gonna attempt now. All right, there are two other chips back here that are part of the serial communication. These two 74 175s. So we're gonna put those on there. Let's see how they look. Legs look pretty good. Yeah, they look good. A little bit of scrubbing on that one. We'll take care of it. We'll put that one up there. This one back here. Okay. I'll get you interview in a second here. Oh shoot! I said I was gonna try solder flux with this. No, well, solder paste, not solder flux. Anyway, let's. I already got the flux down, so let's. Okay. And we have the next one there. This one I can't do the solder paste on because the legs need some cleaning, so I have to scrub it. So I have to use flux and solder. If I went to use the paste on this, it's just not going to stick. You can see all the gunk coming off of there. Okay. Again, this got some juice from the caps that are just above it there. Ran down and got onto these legs. Beyond this third SE30 that I'm doing for Joaquin, there was someone in Florida that sent me two CI boards and two CI power supplies, and I got those already fixed and done. Okay, so those are all good. I don't see any bridges or anything. I just don't like how big that one leg looks. Alright, so we have a small little positive to negative voltage switcher here to go here. Let's see how that looks. If I can use solder paste on that. Nah, I prefer not to. Alright, so we're going to flux it. I'm feeling hungry, but I already ate lunch. Why I'm hungry again. Okay, that should look nice there. Yep. Okay, so now we are at these 4, 5, 6, 7 chips. These are the video related chip. Let me bring them all on the board here. I'm pretty sure the 166, I'm going to have to put a new one. So let's take a look at some of these. 253, that looks pretty good. This is also 253. All of these are 253s. Should be one more 253. Where are you? Not that one. I think you're this one. Yeah. Those look good. This, I think, is the 166. Oh, still looks good. I may clean these legs though. I may clean them off the board. Yeah, let's clean these off the board. What I mean off the board is, I'll just do them right here. Okay, these are the four 253s. Okay, and what I mean by off is I'll just put a little bit of flux on them like this. That's pretty good. Didn't really need flux for that one. What I'm gonna try to do is try to get rid of some of this high. Okay, so I'll move those out of the way. I'll bring in these other three. See that 166? You see how much went under it? That's why I was saying earlier I may have to replace it. But we'll see if it works. If it doesn't, it's not that hard to replace. Alright, so now that got them like that, I just use some IPA. I just put that right on the bench, like actually that, and where's my toothbrush? Oh, here it is. So I'm just gonna take a chip and scrub it a little bit. Okay, paper towel, pick them all up. Okay, let's put them down on this. Let me read comments here. Oop, what am I rolling over? Uh, um, Mark, yeah, caps leaked and probably um, went underneath that Apple Sound chip, ASC chip, but those four caps right around there too is actually part of it. I like the Kimtex. They're very nice. Um, it's not a whole roll. It doesn't leave any of the lint behind. It picks up well. It actually holds its shape very well. Okay, you're not gonna see what I'm doing right now because I'm just putting flux down of where these seven chips have to go. Okay, and now I'm gonna pick up a chip and read what it is and put it where it has to go. 253. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we'll come back and solder them all. 253. 166. But I gotta turn you the right way. Where's your? Oh, no, that's 393. 166 right there. Yeah, the actually Chemtechs are real nice, Mark. It's definitely something to get. Uh oh. Why am I missing one? Don't tell me I threw that away in that paper towel. Or did I leave one up here? No, I had it. 253. I'm missing a 393. Oh, there you are. It was in the garbage. It didn't drop out of the paper towel. But I got you now. All right, so let's just solder these on. We'll get all on one side and then turn it around and get the other side. Okay, that's the 166. Now come the four 253s. Okay. Okay, one side all done. Now, a little bit crooked on some of these, but it's okay. They're still within range. Okay. Okay. A little bit of cleaning here. All right, we have all of those down. All right, the next few things I gotta put down, I need to dig out of my supplies, out of my supply box. All right, so if you want to get an idea of where I'm at with the board, hold on, let me clean some of this up. We'll switch cameras here. Okay, that's where I'm at with the board already. So we have just about all the chips that can be put on now that are not in a socket are on, because this is the RTC, need a socket. This is the video ROM, needs socket, CPU. This is a choke here. This is a resistor pack, Sony sound chips, RAM for the video, and then the video PAL systems. All those need sockets. Okay, so there's just a few little SMD stuff that I can still put on. So what I'm gonna start doing is digging these out. Most of these we probably can put these on using solder paste. I need to find them in my box here. Okay, we have transistors here that need to go on Q3 and Q1. Q3 is this one over here. Q1 is over here. Then we have Q2, which is also here. We have D1 and D2, which are the two up here. Okay, so those we can put on. What is this? No, we don't need that one. Crystal, yes, we need a crystal. But this crystal is up there by the RTC. So we can put, I can take that out. We can put that on. Okay, this is another, no, that's 175s, 393s. This is a 200 ohm resistor pack. No, don't need that one. That's crystal, but I have another. Don't need that one. Gonna need that diode. Okay, we're gonna need that. Not gonna need that. Oh yeah, I do gotta use this crystal now because I finished that other pack. I'm gonna go ahead and start taking out some other things that I know I'm gonna need. Alright, I think I got most of what I need. Let me put all this back in here. Alright. I'm gonna need 3 of these. 1, 2, 3. These are the fuses. Time is it? 4:15, 5:15 for some of you. Let's see, any comments here? Okay, I saw some stuff you sent them. Okay, that's just a little bit the dual meter floppy gears. Yeah, Mark. Jake is the one that does all the shipping. Yeah, so I'm trying to get him to build some RAM, but he keeps on telling me no. Okay, these I don't want to take out yet because I'm going to need them. Those are so small. All right, so we can move this tub out of the way. All right, let's bring the board back into your view in the scope. We're going to use some solder paste now. See, over here I have these two that need to go there. I want to get rid of that solder ball that's on that. Okay. And you can see that's just a little drop of that solder paste. All right, I need a Q2. A Q2 is a small little bipolar transistor that's up here. So that fell on the board here, but we'll take it and put it right over Q2. Come on, come on. All right, now I need Q1 and Q3. Okay. I need to buy more. No, no, this one I have plenty, but I need to clean some of the tweezers are sticking together. So all right, now here comes the nice thing about this. If you have it stuck on there good, and I'm not really using too much airflow. Watch this. That's it. They just fall right in place. They'll move and position themselves correctly where they should be. I have another one over here. See, I'm not even going to hold it. I'm just going to let it move and dance and position itself as it sees fit. Mm, that's good. I got these two up here. And both of these are the same, so I can just drop two of them on and put them out they need to go. I'm going to turn the board though because of how I have to pick it up. Eh, that's it. I am going to come with my soldering iron because I don't like how big that ball is. I still need to get used to some of that solder paste of how to not to put too much. But you just saw how quick and easy that was. All right, we have another one that we can do down here. This is the diode for the SCSI. That's that other one that I took out. I'll get you in the view in a second here. Okay, we're right there. So diode with the line. Okay, we're done. I'm just waiting for it to get hardened. Okay, there we are. Now the actually three fuses, I'm not going to do that way because they're plastic. They have quite a bit of plastic on them that melts very quick. I did buy some through hole fuses also, so I do have some of those now. So once I run out of these, I'll start using the through hole. Okay. All right, now we go and do this side of them. Okay, those are all on. The one other thing I can do with solder paste right now is the crystal that goes over here. You should see right there where I put the solder paste. So let's grab that crystal. It's got some plastic there too, but the airflow is not that much. Done. Okay, that crystal is on. Now I have another through-hole crystal I need to put up here by the RTC chip. It goes right there. But let me get the crystal or the oscillator, or whatever you want to call it today. Right there, Y1. Oh God, where did it fall? There it is. Very tiny little sucker. Okay, I'm gonna turn it over and just tack it on the other side just a little bit. Really doesn't need much on the other side because I already got it, most of it. Okay. Now the rest of the things I have are all socket stuff. I mean, I could do those caps. I could do the capacitors. They're surface mount. Let's get them done. I'll do some with solder paste so you can see. All right, that's three. I have them all right here. Oh, where's my bag? Where's my bag? Here you are. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10. All right, I have solder paste down for three of them. Let's get those three down. All right, so the first one is the one way down here in this corner. I hope not to toast them. Okay, that's two. That's three on. Let's get these three that are here in the middle. Okay. That's one of the things about solder paste, the balls. It does produce a lot of solder balls. Okay. So just four more to put on. Three of them are the 47s, and one is a small little 10 by 50. So those go over here. Then maybe we are done with the caps. All right, so let's see where these go. One. All right, and then I need the. Where's that other strip? There you are. Okay. All right, so let's go down here where these next ones are. Here we go. Let's get this one on. And that other one melted at the same time, so that's fine. Okay. That's why you see me hold it for a little bit, just to make sure that it gets solid again. Okay. Caps are all on, guys. That's it. That's except for the two axials. I mean, that's the next thing I got to start doing is sockets. I mean, I have a buttload of sockets to put on. I already took out the memory, the video memory sockets here. So let's go ahead and put those in. Uh, how was your view? Remember, I'm doing this with my wrong glasses. You see, if there's any comments? Hey, Steve, how are you? Sorry, I'm just catching up on some comments here. So Steve and Mark, y'all know each other. That's cool. That's so nice. Um, I don't know what the history is of some work. I see something here about old hard drive and this and that, and saving a machine. Unless he's talking about your dad, Steve. I don't know, but yeah, the balls will more than likely get loose during ultrasonic cleaning and fall down. Um, so anyway, um, or you just watch for them and you try to pick them up and clean it off. All right, let's do some sockets here now. Some of these may not be in your view right now. I'm just gonna anchor it. I'm just gonna do one pin on each, so then I can go back and push it in and make sure it's seated well. So yeah, so now comes a lot of true hole work, a lot of just soldering in sockets. The paste, I mean, the I can see its pluses and its minuses. I mean, it's something I've been wanting to try. For pure SMD, small little 60, what are they, 603, 805, um, and different size little resistors and capacitors and things like that, it's ideal, okay? Because, I mean, those little things with the heat and the solder paste, they just dance and fall right into place. They could actually tombstone also, but anyway, that's not too often. So for pure SMD stuff, it's nice. I mean, I have those RGB to HDMI daughter boards coming. Well, they're here on island. I just have to get them from customs. Um, one of them has a lot of SMD stuff, and it's going to be great for that. Okay, so it's got its places where it's a good addition. Okay, is it good everywhere? No. I'll be the first to admit that. Hold on here. I need to get my tray with sockets in it. All right. So don't think that you can use it in replace of solder. No, that's not the intention. I never meant for it to be like that. If that came across, that's the wrong view. Okay. I need two 8-pin sockets. Those are there. Uh, which ones are these? Are these the ones for here for the Sony chips? No, that's too big. Over one. Okay, those are those two. Then I got these that are for the video stuff. No, that's still too big. Uh oh. No, that's too small. Did I not buy double white for those? I thought I did. Yeah, it is these. Just that leg is bent. Sorry. I'm just talking to myself here too. Okay, I think that's all the sockets I need. Oh, I need the big one for the ROM, video ROM. Okay. Uh, that comes from a different bin. I didn't have any more room in that one. Yep. Okay, so since we have the video ROM socket in, let's go ahead and solder that one. Oh, okay. All right, Mark. So it's actually Steve's dad, and you were in the same field. Okay. Yeah, about the microscope. And actually, tombstoning is when you're using hot air and you're using solder paste, and the component instead of remaining flat on the board, one side pops up like an actually tombstone. Um, the paste for tantalum caps, it's good, yes, but you got to be careful with the heat because the heat will actually toast the cap color and then make it look brown and nasty. Yeah, yeah, it's hard to like. I mean, you see that component right there that's on the screen right there. You see how it's laying flat. So if you've got the solder paste down on both pads and you put the hot air on it, and the hot air blows it where one side just actually stands up vertical and the other side stays in the paste. That's actually tombstoning. Um, so the item will pop up. So all I'm doing right now is just securing and then going back and heating it up and pushing on the other side to make sure it sits down flush. Hold it a little bit, let the solder become solid again. Okay, now I can go ahead and tap all these. Yes, I need to go down more on that. I still got a CPU socket to do too. And yes, I do have those PGA sockets. Okay, ROM socket is in. Let's do this little 4-1 for the RTC chip. Jake is probably left too. You're probably driving home, or you are home, or close to it. Okay, next one. What can we do next? Yes, I can start doing some of these for the resistor packs. Now you see some things here missing on the board. That's intentional because that's something I need to transfer from the old board. Ferret beads. Because when I ordered the boards, they didn't have them, and but I do have new ones too now. But I still transfer them from the old board. Try to recycle as much as I can from the old board. I got two of these that are right here next to each other. So I'll put them both in and we can solder them away. Again, I am pushing it in to make sure it's in flush and good. The previous one I didn't do because it sat nice and flat on the desk. So really, these resistor packs on the original board, they were not in sockets. But I prefer to put them in sockets because I don't know if they're good. That way, then, if they're not good, I can easily pop it out and test it or put it in a different board. Okay, so all those are in. We got the two for the Sony sound chips. Let's do those next. You know what, Mark? If you're still there, I do have a question. Now that I make that connection between you and Steve's dad. Oh, you're home, Joaquim? Okay. Oh, Mark, you're gone? All right, well, I'll have to ask you in an email, Mark, because I think you're gone. And I'm going to do the bare minimal on this board just to be able to get a um, boot. Meaning I'm only gonna install I'll install both of the external ports for RAM, the ROM, the CPU, just so we can see if we get a chime. Okay. Well, where else are we now? Okay. What sockets that are left are the ones for the video PAL. And those are these right here. There's five of them, so this is the first two. So really, the actually tough part of the board we're done with. I mean, this is now everything that's left is just through hole and then pop in the chips. So we're done with the hard part. The hard part being putting on all those PLCs. I mean, really, it's not that hard. I mean, it's just solder work. The hard part comes figuring out what the problem is if it doesn't work. Okay, let's get the next two. What time is it? Because I do gotta be somewhere at 5:30. Well, 5:30, I gotta go over to my mother's house. It's just down the road. Ouch, that was hot. That was hot. I grabbed the solder, but the wrong end of it. Ooh, that hurt. Okay, let's go. So if no one is streaming tonight, I may come back and open it up. Others can join and finish this board. It's not that far off. Okay. And remember, I started this board on this stream, and look how far along we are already. So we're not that it's not that bad timing. Remember the first board I did took me like 3 days, but I took my time. I was learning. I mean, remember that was the first one, so okay, that's it on the sockets for dip chips. Oh, I need a crystal. I need the main crystal still. Let's get a CPU socket. Luckily, I have those by the hundreds. Don't ask. Yes, I have them by the hundreds. Streaming is only 3 hours. It's good. Okay, so I've only been on 3 hour. Oh yeah, 3.5 hours. All right, that's not bad. That's not for as far as this board is. That's very good. Okay, CPU socket. Let's solder that in. Now this one here, I'm gonna put in some anchor points. Okay, the anchor points are just to hold it and for me to be able to go back and melt that point and then push. Okay. Now we go and hit this. All right. So we see that. There we are. How's your focus? I guess that looks good. Okay. So one of the things about me when I solder, right? I like to solder left to right because I don't like to have. You see, well, let me do it. Let me do one for you to see what I mean. You see how I have that one soldered now? If I come here and do this one, my solder tip's gonna hit that one again. I don't like that. Okay. So I always solder left to right. Okay. Because then I don't have anything else on my right side. You see, I can do it a lot quicker. You see, I think my temperature went down. Yeah, I could tell my temperature went down because it was taking longer to melt and to stick. And when I see too much solder on my tip, I will clean it off. Or sometimes I may put it there and see if it will transfer over. But now you notice I'm only doing a small portion at a time because this is the CPU socket and the way it's laid out. And also, I don't like to solder from bottom up, so I don't like doing this. See, sometimes when I have enough solder on my tip, let me see if I can do it again. I don't even have to add solder. I just hold the tip there and it will transfer. Okay, let's see. See? Yeah. Okay, CPU socket is on. That's it. Simple, quick. Where we're next? Um, where's the old board? I want to get that crystal off. Mm. All right, so oh no, wrong place. Hey, these three are not too bad to get out. It's the next one. The next one has a huge ground plane. Okay. So a lot of times with that huge ground plane, I gotta resort to air. So what I mean by air is how I do it with air. And I will heat this up again. Remember, this is a garbage board, so I'm not too worried. So with my solder sucker and with my manual solder sucker, I'm gonna let this get nice and hot, and it'll start liquefying. You'll see that in a minute. There, you see. And now I gotta let it happen again. Gotta do it in layers. Okay. Now what I'll do is I will push it out. Where's my? Ah, here it is. See, that's already pushed down. Okay. Crystal is out. Or oscillator, whatever y'all want to call it today. I, uh, okay, the oscillator crystal area has one corner here that's square, the other ones are all rounded. If you look on the crystal, you'll have one corner that is square, the other three are rounded. That's the direction it's gotta go. There it is. Okay, now I think this is lower than the other stuff, so what I'm gonna do is put on some flux like that, get some solder on my tip, and just secure it for now. Okay, and then I can come and get the rest of them. That look good for y'all? Yeah. Okay. So that's in. Let's see, where are we next? We got two capacitors there. We got, where did that go? Here it is. But I'll do that later when I do the sound, when I do the power connection. We got the two capacitors that need to go in. We got the two jacks back here. We can do those. These are ones that I salvaged from a previous board. Or is it from the same board? No, it's not from the same board. It's from another board from that I got from the same person. Is that hole closed? That hole looks closed to me. No. All right, let's see if we can get this in there. Remember, when you take things off of an older board, everything may not line up when you go to put them in. There we go. That's the floppy, and now the SCSI. SCSI went right in. Okay. So let's go solder these. Right now, I'm just gonna put some holders. I need to. But these are pretty. These are held in pretty good because they got those other clips. Okay, so now how I solder this is in a zigzag pattern again because I don't like to have um, that one on my right side already soldered. Okay. These DB connectors, PCB mounted connectors, are not that difficult to get out of the older boards. You use the hot air and the manual suction pump or a electric suction desolderer. I don't think with that these pins will go in the nozzle for that. So I found the best way is to use hot air and a manual solder sucker. Maybe tonight, if I can, I'll show you all how I do it. I have another board here. The one that I took the parts off of for this one, still has these connectors on it. So okay, those are on. Um, we can put one keyboard because I'm going to need it. It's what I already had taken off of the previous board that I'm reusing. These are still on the original board. Okay, I have two serials here. I can go ahead and put those on. Let me see how they are. I'll come to the comments in a minute to see in a second. Let me finish these two. I'll come and see what is there. I apologize if my videos seem a bit boring sometimes, but I mean, and I don't say much, but I live on an island. I can't really, there's not that much excitement here. But my videos are the way you see it, the way the work is. There's no sugarcoating it. There's no edits. There's no scripts. It's the way it is. So if you're looking to do this work, and you want to know what it all entails, watch my video. All right. All right, like I said, comments. Okay, let me see what's here. All right, Mark, I got his part of left. Jake, I'm home. Hey, Will. Hey, Retro Techie, how are you? Martin, thank you if you enjoyed them. I really appreciate that support. But as we know, this work is there's only so much you can do, right? All right, let me get ROM sockets and RAM sockets. Give me 1 second here. I have to go. All right, ROM is here. I gotta see what time it is though too, because ooh. All right, let's put on the RAM socket, and then I will have to run to my mother's. I'll have to cut the stream off then, and then maybe later tonight we'll do some more. So we'll put the actual ROM socket in. Um, yeah, we can get that one in. Okay. I hope the focus is good. With these glasses, I can't see that screen that well. Well, that's far away from me. Again, the RAM too. ROM. I'm gonna anchor one side, then push it in. Let that side get nice. I'll push it in nice and flat. Do the other side where it's nice. It's in there, good and nice and flat. Okay, again, this one here, I can zigzag it. Did my temperature drop? Yes. My finger hits the button sometimes, and that switches the temperature because I've got three different temperature modes on the solder that I can just switch by touching a button. See, right now I'm at actually 400 degrees Celsius for this iron. Okay, the problem is with doing this zigzag is that they are too close, so we're gonna fly down. Oh, that soldering roll just finished. So, do we want to do any wagering out there? Will this board chime at first start? Will it do nothing? Will it work 100%? I don't know. I've only had that happen twice. Twice where the board worked 100%. So later on, then I got to put in 4 RAM sockets. I have to put in 2 capacitors. I have to put in the audio connection. I got to put in the power connection. And I got 15 small ferrite beads on the bottom side to move. And with those, I'll move using solder paste because it'll be a lot quicker. Then I have a bunch of chips to put in. Okay, but putting in the chips is no problem. That will go pretty quick. Um, so you can see where I'm at with the board now. All right, so I have to put in 2 caps, power connector, audio connector, 4 RAM pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't need the other 4 right now, just to test. Then I got to populate the chips, and I have all those ready. And on the bottom, I got 15 ferrite beads to move, and like these spots right here. But this is where we are with this. Roger, thank you for stopping in, and all the best also. But yeah, so we don't have that much left. That's what are we at? Oh, not even 4 hours, and look how far we are. So yeah, I still got the SCSI and the floppy connector internal to do, but I don't need those for me to boot. I don't need the 2 switches here, audio and one more ADB. I don't need them. I do. They are here, like the audio is right here. And the audio jack, the audio plug internals right here for the speaker. The power, that's the SCSI and the floppy. They're all right here. So oh, and I got this one. I got this one choke to put in. Inductor. I stand corrected. I got that to put in too. So anyway, so yeah, I got the camera. So I'm gonna wrap up this one because I do need to go visit my mother. I do that every afternoon for 30 minutes or so, and um, check on her and see how she's doing. She's actually 82, so and I live right down the road from her. I'm the only family she has here on the island. So since my dad passed away 6 years ago now, I make sure I visit her. So anyway, thanks for watching, y'all. If no one is streaming later on tonight, I will jump on and I'll keep on working on this board. Um, Probably be around 7 o'clock Central Time because I go to mom's and come back around 6:15. I'll have my dinner, which I already have it here, so I just need to heat it up and then I'll eat, and then probably jump on at 7 or so. 7 Central. That's 8 Eastern. Um, and we'll finish this board off and give it a shot. I mean, to be at this point in 4 hours is amazing. I really like it. I won't be on. Yeah, UK is being hit. Oh, y'all are getting that storm tonight too. So, well, if it's not too bad, and if you still got power and internet and you feel like it, you're welcome, Martin. So, but I know how the storms can be, so I get the hurricanes here also. We have one that they're saying that may form south of us now. So in look, but they're saying it's not coming this way. It's going to continue moving west and go into actually Central America. So anyway, all the best, everyone, and we will see you again on my next stream. And if I don't stream live the completion of this board, I will record it, and then I'll post it, because I'm sure some people want to see what the final outcome of this board is. So anyway, all right, y'all. We'll see y'all later. Thank you. Bye bye.